Welcome to the Still Drippin Happy Hour, edition number 52. Made it a whole year.
Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday, dear Drip Army. Happy birthday to us.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, you know.
Well, you already know we got Hayes Holla.
You know what it is. Always fresh, always to death, always sick.
We should have some drop-ins from Dan and Landon sometime on the pod. Landon's got some boots on the ground, breaking news, something like that for us. So we'll hit that. And then, man, 52. We did not skip 1 week this year.
52. I mean, let's be honest. If we were giving out MVP awards, you would be the MVP.
I don't know. I think
yes.
I don't. Yeah, maybe
you carried the water. I think you had the most. You had most attendance. You are the host. Like this is your baby. I don't think this runs without you.
Oh, I will take that compliment, but let me tell you what I think. You've done one solo pod, and I did 2 solo pods. If I learned anything on those 2 solo pods, is I don't want to be solos too often.
No, it's horrible.
It is.
It's not.
It's hard.
It's a stretch to come up with content. It's tough.
Yeah, very difficult. Not an enviable position to be in, but nonetheless, we made it. And
in order to go 52 straight weeks, you got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you get hit with injury bug, like we did in parts of there,
we
and then
all
having
got
baby
COVID in like what a span of 2 weeks. All of us, we made it 2 years, and none of us got it.
No,
and then in 2 weeks, we just boom, everybody.
And we had 2 pod babies in our first year.
We did.
So even with all that adversity,
yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, Mabel, and then
Lucy.
She's brand new, like hot out the oven.
Yeah. Oh, before we get into the magic that is episode 52,
the magic.
Everybody to go follow us on Instagram and Twitter at StillDrippinTN. Man, our Instagram's been hot recently.
Popping. We've been popping on the gram.
We've been popping.
So listen, let's just go ahead and put this out there. This is the 52nd episode. And I decided this morning when I woke up, no crap. Like I'm living up to my end of it. We get DMs, you will get merch. Specific. I will make it personalized. If you hit our DM, I'm already making Mike one. Like he's the most consistently asking. Seth will get one. Intern Landry, like you guys, anybody else. If you hit our DM, I will personally make a personalized piece of merch for you in the form of a shirt.
I like that. I like that a lot. All right,
maybe a keychain for Mason.
Yep, I'm gonna work on those. Like the merch, it's to be continued sometime soon. We'll get those out.
No, I just needed to hit 52, and now I got motivation. I'm for real. Like,
all right,
if you're in the sound of our voice,
I say, let's skip a question. Let's go straight into our free shout outs. This should be probably a longer session, so let's try to keep it quick as possible because we got a lot of news to run down. Yeah, and we got some fun year
activities,
anniversary, 1 year anniversary stuff. So
let me hit a free shout out. The Lord Almighty or Mother Nature. I'm gonna come either way. I'm gonna attribute it to the Lord Almighty, but you can call it Mother Nature. So check this out. I've been horrible. You guys have heard me for 5 weeks. I sounded awful. I felt awful. This weekend, one of my children had a scout event, and it was called Make or Break, where you had to make your own shelter. And it was Saturday night. It was all day. So we got there. We got to this park Saturday morning really early. and I wasn't feeling good at all. I hadn't been feeling good. I was like having long COVID or whatever that crap is called. Either way, I'm skeptical. This dad comes up to me and is like, "Hey, all of our kids are building stuff. You can either sleep in these janky little cabins and or a tent, and or you can build a shelter with me. And it's going to be either way, it's going to be cold." And I was like, "Okay, I'll build a shelter." So build a shelter, sleep outside. It gets down to 25.
Ooh.
It's freezing. It's a horrible night of sleep. But I wake up Sunday and I feel like everything was all good. I just needed to be outside for 24 hours and sleep in the cold and breathe in the cold air for that long. And I'm feeling great. I'm popping my green tea right now, but I'm hoping I'm up on the up and up. So thank you to the Lord.
That's fantastic.
How about that? Nature's remedy. Ivermectin, yeah, that was pretty good, but nothing like sleeping outside in 26-degree weather.
Wow. Man.
Free shout out.
Who would have thunk it? I don't know if I have any free shout outs other than the Drip Army.
Oh yeah, you guys are the whole reason why
honest,
we do this.
Man.
Yeah. Drip Army, I mean, respect, especially to the lieutenants and the generals, and like, bro.
Yeah.
I wish we knew who all of y'all were. I'm a little bit angry about that still, but I mean, that's why we do this, right? It's for each other, number one, but number 1A and 1B, right?
What up?
Live from Donda, we got Landon Perry.
Are you live from Donda right now?
We're an hour and a half into this thing.
You're an hour and a half into this? Why are you? I mean, how many people are there?
It's packed. You see? Yeah.
What are you watching?
It's sold out. Do what?
What are you watching right now?
We're watching his heartbeat.
What? Okay, hold up.
There was a talent show. A guy did a somersault. One guy got up and freestyled. So I mean, we're entertaining ourselves. We're getting through it.
What exactly are you waiting for?
The Donda 2 experience.
So Ye is there?
He's not here. This is it's the live stream of the event in Miami.
So let's get this straight. You flew into Miami.
No, I'm in Nashville.
He's in Nashville.
Oh man, why did
an IMAX theater?
He was talking about it. I don't know. I got totally confused. All right.
Now they're singing.
When does this thing start? Just whenever
it says it starts. Yeah. The ticket said 8:00.
Did you
what
see
if Pete Davidson is a special guest? What do you think about that?
Ooh.
Dude, if Pete Davidson's there, he's going to be shot on sight.
What about the merch that just dropped? Did you see that on the Twitter?
Yeah, it's dope.
Did you get some?
I'd buy it all. Bryce is here with me. He bought one of the masks. What's up? How's it going?
Hey, Bryce. I've never seen you in my life. Yes, sir.
How
are you guys acquainted?
Am I live on a podcast?
We're recording.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever listened to the Still Drippin Happy Hour?
Have you listened to? I don't think he's listened. No, he hasn't listened to us before.
Man, he must be a new friend then, because he's not an OG.
People are getting restless right now. Check this out. There's a dude up here about to do something. I don't know what's happening.
His name's Lil Weenie. Lil Weenie. He's about to rap.
He freaked out earlier.
Lil Weenie? Oh my gosh.
This is the first time in Happy Hour history that we've got a live sideline reporter.
Yeah. Bryce, this is a family show.
Weenie!
I feel like I'm at an 8th grade talent show.
They're restless, man. The crowd's restless. He's about to. He's.
People turn on people here so easy.
Yeah.
Hey, Bryce, how are you connected to Landon?
Yeah, nice. We both went to Lipscomb.
Yeah. And then we both realized we were both huge Kanye fans. So.
We went to Atlanta together for the listening party in Atlanta.
Oh, dope. Do you support Landon in other adventures, or you just don't want to listen to this podcast?
Oh, hey, dude, Hayes, he was at the concert in Pigeon Forge.
Oh, yeah.
That's who I went. Okay. This is who I went with.
Oh, this is how many Kanye events have we been to now? Like 4 or 5?
Yeah. I'll let y'all get to it.
All right. Nice to meet you, Bryce.
Yeah, it's good to meet you,
That's
Bryce.
fun.
Nice to meet y'all.
Let us know how it goes.
All right,
Peace.
see y'all. I might jump back on when it starts.
Oh, here we go. This will be an interesting one. Oh my gosh.
All
What
right.
was that? Breaking news.
All right, now let's go into some inside the box news.
What's inside the box? That's my shoe in the box.
All right.
Love that
I
you
know
do that.
you probably, I don't know these days whether you watched anything from All-Star Weekend or not.
Not much.
You didn't miss
I was
much.
also listen, I just told I was camping all day.
That's true.
And so I didn't watch much. I watched a little bit of the highlights. I mean, I don't even think we should spend any time on the dunk contest. That was terrible.
Yeah, it was very bad.
Yeah. What were your observations?
Well, I don't know. Dunk contest was terrible. Unless pretty much it's been terrible for the last 20 years, unless Vince Carter or Zach LaVine or Aaron Gordon's in it, right? I mean, I guess we had a few years of Nate Robinson and Dwight Howard. Those were decent.
Jason Richardson was really dope.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Was he? Yeah, I guess he was like 2005-ish.
Something like that. Blake Griffin, the one year where he popped off, like that was dope.
Yeah, that was okay. Did you see?
I never liked the Nate Robinson years. I wasn't a fan of that.
Yeah, I think one of those years he won it 3 times, I think, which is insane to me. I think Dwight should have won it one year, and I think Iguodala should have won it. I think that first year he did that reverse dunk. But in terms of sneakers, did you have any? Did you see anything in terms of sneakers? I got a few on here.
Fat Joe showed up with these shoe surgeons. Like that's the only thing I really saw that was like, holy crap.
Yeah. Those camos.
Oh yeah. Camo 4s. It was almost like a fear type colorway. It's got kind of orange highlights, but camo. Oh, that would be my highlight.
Yeah. On Saturday night, he had some Air Jordan 3 Crater colorway. I think he debuted the colorway.
So is that the one that's got the brown elephant instead of the elephant print? Have you seen that?
No, that's the Desert 3.
Which I don't understand that.
Craters were like a gray, almost like a metallic gray. Not silver, I didn't see those. But they were pretty dope. Yeah, those deserts, I've got those on the list too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw anything from Friday night in the celebrity game. Machine Gun Kelly was in the celebrity game.
I saw that he was in the 11s.
Yeah, cool gray 11s with no show socks. Terrible look. It looked awful.
I bet.
Yeah, that was the wackest
picture
thing.
Of him.
Yeah, so those, and I saw something, I don't know if this is true or not, that those were his first pair of Jordans.
I read that too. And the same thing I saw the picture of. Interesting.
Pretty dope first pair, but need to learn to wear socks with them.
Yeah. Also, probably should learn how to play basketball a little bit.
I didn't watch the game, so I can't imagine he'd be great at basketball.
Also, he should learn how to play basketball a bit.
Cole Anthony in the dunk contest broke out some Timbs.
No heels.
He was subpar, but that's another story. So was everybody else. Juan Toscano Anderson, did you see his custom Mexican flag Kobe 6s? They were pretty good. They looked like that pair was pretty worn, which I guess it's pretty tough to get your hands on fresh Kobe's these days. Yeah. So that's probably why.
You probably got them from PJ Tucker.
Yeah, probably. We had a few more. I'll run down these. Nothing too noteworthy. I mentioned these a few weeks back, I guess on my solo pod. Josh Giddey had the KD4 Nerf colorway on. Classic pair of KD4s. DeMar DeRozan had a Kobe 4 Argentina colorway. Of course he did. I love his sneaker selection because it usually matches with his jersey. And not a lot of people do that anymore. and it's always Kobe's. But
Yep,
bringing out the light
almost
blue pair of
exclusively
Kobe's is that was a deep pull. And then Giannis and his brothers in the skills competition had each a different color of the Uno pack from Giannis's signature line.
Oh, I did not see that.
It's pretty.
That's cool.
Pretty cool.
Though.
Yeah. All right, that's all I got for the All-Star game. But so yeah, you mentioned earlier the Air Jordan 3, the desert colorway.
And I'm a big 3 guy, but that's a bad call. Look, generally speaking, I mean, this might be old rules, and I'm an old guy, but like you don't go brown and black. Generally, you don't mix it, and I think that's why I don't like it. I was just like, that's clashy.
It looks dirty to me.
Yeah, but I'm a big 3 guy. Like take it.
Yeah.
Like I would prefer 3s. Look at all these shoe boxes behind me. I just noticed that.
Oh.
I didn't even try to do that. This wasn't even unplanned. I was like, holy crap, that's a lot of shoe boxes.
Then I posted this on the Instagram. LeBron 19 lows.
Ugh.
We've seen these.
Gross trash.
I'm gonna be honest, that's probably his best looking shoe in the last 10 models.
Wow.
And
really?
it's the same exact shoe as the Harden one. The same exact shoe, down to the first colorway pictures and everything.
Yeah. The only difference is the full length Air, and that's it.
Yeah, the Air
Not
on the
a
bottom.
good look.
He did break out some how do you say this? LeBronald Palmers for the All-Star game. Those are
South Beach
are pretty dope. Yep. So those would have been, I think, 9 lows or 10.
He
lows.
wore like 4 or 5 pairs during the game. I thought.
Yeah.
At least I read something about that.
He had some LeBron 19 lows on it too, in a different colorway than that black and red. They weren't bad, but yeah, it's just we've seen these before too many times apparently, from what people were saying. I don't know. This might break your heart. Off-White Air Jordan 4 in the bread colorway is not releasing, according to Jordan Brand.
I mean, let's be honest. We weren't ever going to get those. Like you weren't going to be able to get them,
right?
But it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Did they say why? Did it say why they're not releasing?
I don't know. I didn't see anything why. I just saw a bunch of they announced that they're not coming out with them. So
interesting.
Did you see the Tinker Hatfield, the new Oregon like themed Air Max 1 that he came out with? If you haven't seen this, you go look it up. It's if you buy an NFT off of, I think it's Oregon University's new NFT platform, you get this pair of Tinker Hatfield, like all shades of green colors, Air Max 1, which finally makes an NFT worth it. Because you're actually getting something.
You're getting something physical.
Right.
Also. Yeah.
Yeah. You're not getting
I can follow that logic.
Piece of something in the interwebs.
One thing I was going to bring up last week with D Goods is because if I'm not mistaken, I started to bring this up and we just had so much going on that one. I was like, whatever. There's a Jordan 1 OG that comes out this week that's called the Brotherhood, which if I'm not mistaken is from the fraternity Omega. Is it Omega Sci-Fi? It's Omegas, but it's the bros, right? That's what it is. And I'm pretty sure that was Goods. He's in that fraternity.
Oh, okay.
And I meant to bring that up to him and ask him about that. But
that's the Lakers-esque colorway of a Jordan 1 that's coming out. Speaking of Jordan 1s, we got a couple more to talk about. More Gore-Tex colorways coming out, an orange and a purple. Those are more for Landon and I, probably in our school colors. Get a Gore-Tex, but
that's fair.
Yeah, they're iffy. Now these, I thought of you. I thought these really might strike a chord with you. Air Jordan 1 low, inside out. A lot of neutral colors. A lot of neutrals. I
don't know.
Not really earth tones, but more just whites and.
I generally can rock with some earth tones though.
Bape and Vans, not noteworthy for me. Yeah,
no,
agreed. So if you want to see that, it's more like a what the vibe. Mismatched shoes, Bape camo, and on a high top van. If you like what Vans normally does, then go check them out. It's just a little more color than they normally do, I feel like. But
Vape
for
just
me, it's
keeps
gonna be
kicking along, man. Like
I
under the
know.
radar.
Yep. Started off as just a copycat.
Yeah.
Now they've made a whole brand out of it. All right, got two
So
more.
as long those lines, just really quick, I'll hit this. I put this on the Instagram this week, and it is I feel like I don't think you'll ever hear from Supreme about this stuff, but the fact that they had so much stuff sitting after the first week, and still you go on their website right now, and there's so much stuff it really is indicative of where they've come. It's just they've watered it down. And I don't even know. I think it has to run its course or something, because I mean, can you imagine 3 years ago that much stuff sitting, anything sitting, and it's good stuff, like good stuff sitting. It's nuts.
It's weird because their whole brand, at least in my perspective, not being a Supreme head or hype head or anything like that, their whole brand is based off of not being able to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the exclusivity of there's only 50 of these. But now I think people are just like, well, I'm not going to get Supremes, so screw Supreme. And if nobody buys it, then nobody wants it.
Yep.
It's just nobody's, well, in my mind, in my world, nobody's buying Supreme because they like Supreme. It's hype. And that's why I've never liked hype wear or street wear, in the sense that what we talk about, because it's just I like this not because I like it, but because somebody else can't get it.
Yeah, he is. I'm sorry, my son is interrupting me, telling me that Kanye's doing a live stream right now in Miami, and
He's doing the live
And it's
stream on
there.
Instagram.
oh, it's on Instagram. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess Kanye's just now taking the stage, and we'll check in with Landon because he's at a viewing party for it at some IMAX theater in Nashville. So, but yeah, that's my issue with hypeware, and it looks like Supreme's kind of run its course.
There's also some, right before it came on, there was some merch that came out with that, if you're into that kind of thing. The hoodies were like $200. The hats, I mean, there's like
just exclusively for Donda, right? Yeah, Donda 2.
So there's a hoodie that was $200. There's a shirt that was $100, and then there was a mask. Hey buddy, love you, like a ski mask type thing. And I was not tempted to get those. The hoodie actually looked pretty cool. I got my my Yeezy Gap hoodies came in. I got them on a restock. And I sold. I had a medium and a large. I sold the medium. They are super comfortable. Like, but as my wife said, when she saw them, she was like, that looks like something that you just would go to Walmart to get. Yep. It is function. It is not flash. It is just a black hoodie or a blue hoodie or whatever. I mean, there's nothing on it.
That's the beauty of a Gap collab.
I think that's the beauty of Kanye. He's gone way more function.
I like that.
Yeah. I agree.
I have gone this year. I have gone to about 3 sweatshirts, and I just rotate those. And one is a plain grayish, greenish Carhartt sweatshirt.
So that's your hoodie equivalent of your shadows, is what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Mine is a Kith hoodie. I have a Kith hoodie that's, I can't remember what season, that is super comfortable, that I love, and that is my go-to.
Speaking of Kith, these next shoes had some major Kith vibes. A6 Gel Light 3. The reason I put these on there was because the blue ones really caught my eye. I was tempted, but I don't think they're exactly what I want. They're a little off. So if you're listening and can't see what we're looking at, this is the A6 Gel Light 3, the quilt pack. There's a purple, I think they're calling it violet, or they're calling it light indigo. That's a pretty good representation. And then a navy blue with a little bit of light blue hits on top of a khaki sole, I guess you would call that, a beige sole.
Yep.
Yeah, I almost broke my Nike streak for these.
For some Asics.
I think the Gel Light
Wow.
the Gel Light 3 is what I'm looking at most.
Wow. I don't know what to say right now.
I know it's weird, isn't it? I just don't
Yeah.
feel like, definitely not New Balance. I'm never gonna.
Oh
have a pair of New
man,
Balance.
that's embarrassing. Why?
Why? I guess why? I don't. There's no reason. I think Asics are the. I guess I pick up major Air Max 90 vibes from Asics. These Gel Light 3s.
Okay.
And that being
that
my
makes
go-to
sense.
shoe outside of Shadow 1s. I guess that's why. Speaking of New Balance, though, that's the last shoe that I had to talk about was the new Kawhi 2 came out. It's funny because Kawhi's been hurt all year, so these were debuted by Jack Harlow.
Shocker.
Yeah.
At the celebrity game.
Yeah, the Celebrity All-Star game. He is also a recently signed New Balance artist. So
he's been on them for years. Like that's like his thing.
Yeah. So he finally got a deal. Good for him. I mean, that's pretty dope. And then, but hey, these Kawhi 2s for a basketball shoe, it looks pretty good.
They're all right.
I mean, only to play in.
Yeah.
It looks good. You're not gonna see these out, but yeah, that's all I had. Anything else catch your eye?
Lots of dunks coming out. I really like this chocolate one that comes out the day that this podcast comes out. Those are, I probably wouldn't wear them, but I really like them. There's another one coming out. Have you seen the vintage navy? They're like they're yellowing the soles of these a little bit, and it looks really sick. There's a few of these coming out. They've got a couple high models, but the lows look really sick. I really like those.
Yeah, I get that. Those are coming out
March
sometime
is
soon,
the lows.
right?
Yep. The highs, I don't like the highs as much, but they're March also. A lot on March 1st. I think we're getting ready for the tax return wave.
One more thing. I did remember what I was going to say. Jordan 12 playoffs. They pushed the US date back to March, but they released in Europe this past weekend, which I thought was kind of weird.
Interesting.
So yeah, those are coming out in March. First worn in the 97 All-Star game, which I guess is why they were supposed to come out during the All-Star game. So Jordan wore those in the 97 All-Star game and then ended up wearing them a few times in the playoffs, which is why they are dubbed the Jordan 12 playoffs. It's like a reverse taxi colorway. So those should be coming out in March unless they get pushed again. Hopefully not. Won't be going after those for myself, but just a little bit of news.
Hey, let me I got a couple things I was going to hit on real quick.
Yeah.
One of them I already talked about. You got the Donda merch. Do you know what? Okay, so there's also this Kanye Gap, and it says Kanye Gap powered by Balenciaga. What does that mean?
This. I think it's just like another way to be a third collaborator, but it's just too much of a mouthful maybe to be Yeezy, Gap, Adidas, Balenciaga. Like, is Adidas involved in or no? It doesn't.
I don't know.
Because it seems like Adidas has Yeezy, but maybe the deal is structured where Yeezy can just do whatever he wants. And he'll sell his shoes
pretty
under.
Much.
Because Balenciaga, that's another brand that sells shoes. So yeah,
that's just throwing me off.
Yeah.
The other thing is I keep getting Instagram marketed. Okay. This is so stupid. Maybe it's stupid. I don't know what it is. It's true though. I keep getting Facebook marketed or Instagram marketed. This, I think it's a brand of bottled water that's called Liquid Death.
Mm.
Do you know this?
No, I don't.
Google it. It's Liquid Death. It sounds like a beer or a coffee, or it's bottled water. Okay.
It
It's called
sounds like
Liquid Death.
it sounds like Mad Dog 2020.
Maybe so. But they have the coolest merch, and I'm been on the cusp of getting it. Looks like Kanye concert merch it looks like
Life of Pablo?
Cactus Plant
Oh, okay.
Plant Flea Market branding, like type, where they'll have these skulls and eagles and all this stuff, and it's like bottled water. It's called Liquid Death, but go look at it. I'm been on the cusp. Like I've had a couple things in my in my cart a couple times, and I was like, I'm probably gonna end up I guess I need to drink some of their water before I decide to get the merch.
Mountain water. So it's not a hard drink, right?
No, it's just bottled water.
It looks like they got some sparkling water. I'm in on sparkling
But
water.
look at their merch. Go to the store and look at how dope their merch is. I mean, it is like concert merch for water. You seeing this?
Didn't you have an idea for a water brand?
I did.
How's
have a
that
water
going?
brand one time? Not very well. I've reached out to my collaborators, and I've not succeeded in convincing them that they should do it yet.
Yeah, some of this stuff is really weird, and you shouldn't get a lot of it.
Probably
But
not.
Liquid Death, and it's really expensive.
That was the other part to it.
The only one I really like, but it's kind of weird is the hockey jersey.
The hockey jersey. I didn't even see that. All right.
Speaking of hockey jerseys, though, really, if any brand puts out hockey jerseys, I'd be interested in it if I like that brand.
I'm not a big hockey jersey guy, but I guess I can respect that.
With a hoodie on underneath it, hockey jersey in the winter is the way to go.
I will say, so tying this back into last week, there is no way I would get Liquid Death merch before I got a Hustlers Don't Cry.
Yes.
Hoodie, shirt,
Okay.
something of that nature. That's next up. I will be. Go ahead.
So you got Hustlers Don't Cry and then Liquid Death. What's
That's
there
my next
on your
two
list?
things. Oh, I don't know. The Supreme RV that's coming out. Did you see that? They
Yeah,
have an
I did
RV
see
that's
that.
it's probably like $50,000 or something. I'm kidding.
I'm telling you,
That's
this
true.
hockey jersey. Yeah, once upon a time, I got super deep on hockey jerseys, and man, I was looking up. So Jack Daniels had a hockey jersey at one time, like a number 7. Like, it was pretty dope. I was looking for that. I was looking for anybody who had a hockey jersey, mainly like light beers, like you hate. When they put out hockey jerseys, they do football jerseys. Those seem gimmicky to me. I don't know why. I know it's the same thing, but
Yeah,
I feel
what
like
is the difference?
I don't know. I feel like my next step may be into baseball jerseys. I just can't figure it out with the buttons. The buttons are kind of weird.
It's more of it's a summer sport, right? So it's more of a summer look.
Right, but I feel like jerseys need something underneath, like a hoodie underneath them, and you can't do that for baseball.
My thing generally with this kind of stuff is I'm not gonna, especially now. I mean, I've always been like this. I'm not gonna just have a jersey of a team that I don't cheer for. Just to have. So I'm not a huge baseball fan. So it doesn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense for me to. I mean, I would probably want a Chicago White Sox Michael Jordan jersey, right? That's probably what I would want. But like, I don't watch a lot of baseball, and so I just feel hypocritical wearing a baseball jersey.
That's fair, but okay, yeah, I get where you're coming from. I'm the opposite with jerseys, though. Jerseys and hats. If I like it, I'm just gonna get it.
Yeah. Can't do it.
I've probably got 50 jerseys.
Dang.
Let's see. Well, most of them are. So I've got 2 Cubs, 3 Preds, a bunch of Titans jerseys. But I've got a lot of other football jerseys and a ton of other basketball jerseys. Basketball jerseys, like if it's a champion, I'll get it if it's at the right price.
Okay, I'm being hypocritical then because I have a bunch of basketball jerseys, but specific guys like
right.
And I have a Titans jersey. I've got a North Carolina football jersey. I've got a North Carolina basketball jersey, and everything else is specific people.
Do you still have I think I gave you a North Carolina baseball jersey, right? Do you still have that?
I think
Probably
so.
Not. That was huge.
I think I kept it.
Okay, sweet.
I tend to keep most Carolina stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, were we outside the box? We were still inside the box, right?
We're mostly
I guess
inside the box.
We were straddling
it's
the
all
line.
Yeah, it's all the same. That's all bleeds together.
Oh, well, I guess the only thing I had for outside the box news, I had a couple questions in there for you. Since we are outside the box now, I just saw that before we get into what I had for you, that Elon Musk is at the official watch party. Can you imagine a conversation between Elon Musk and Kanye West?
Well, apparently Elon Musk also arrived with Rick Ross.
Oh,
what a pair.
Rich.
What a tandem.
That's like a Joe Rogan podcast right there.
It could easily be a Joe Rogan podcast. Isn't that stupid and hilarious and great?
That's incredible. My mind is blown by that. Neither of them drove, right?
No way.
They just had a prototype Tesla, like self-driving car.
Yeah, because I read this. Rick Ross just got his driver's license like a year ago.
What? What?
And he has like 25 cars or something.
Yeah, he's got a driver.
Isn't that stupid? That
would be my first thing. Like, win the lottery or I'm stupid rich. My first thing is I'm getting a driver. What's your first thing?
I don't know. So I'd probably up a house in Florida.
Fair.
Somewhere in there. No question. That's what it is.
That's a good one. Yeah, I just feel like I could be so much more productive if I didn't have to drive. I could just be sitting in the back, just doing something.
I really enjoy driving.
That's fair. You could still drive. You just wouldn't have to. You would have the option not to.
I'll drive.
You like it? Okay. Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, I could do without.
To each their own.
All right. My couple questions for you on Outside the Box. You get to be the commissioner of the NBA. How are you fixing the dunk contest? It's one of the top 5 events of the NBA calendar, in my opinion. And most of the time in the past 15 years, it's stunk. How would you fix it?
I don't know. I think as Steph Curry has changed the NBA to where the 3-pointer is as big a deal as a dunk now. I don't know. I'll say, like, I remember times where the dunk contest was like the highlight of my whole year. I mean, as a teenager, right? But they've always struggled this, and they've tried to change the format, and like what it really comes down to is they don't pick the best dunkers to be in it. That, like, Juan Tosco and whatever, he shouldn't have been in that, bro. Like, I mean, no disrespect, I'm not hating on him. I love Cole Anthony. I wish he'd had a better performance. Obi Toppin, like, he's gone between his legs in game twice this year. Who's Jalen Green? Like, Jalen Green just seemed disinterested. So I feel like they need more dunkers probably, but they need to pick the actual, like, cream of the crop, and the cream of the crop needs to agree to do it.
Yeah, I think that's
is
the
other
issue.
thing.
Is how do we get these young players to actually get in the dunk contest?
Yep.
Like, it's ridiculous to me that I think the way I would fix it is on your rookie contract. All standard rookie contracts say if we want you in the dunk contest, if you're not injured, you go to the dunk contest.
Hmm.
Like, I get it. After that, you can choose because you could get injured, but like you're dunking in games. Like John Morant wins almost any dunk contest that Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine aren't in the past 15 years, just from his in-game dunks. So like, make him go to the dunk contest.
He would have
so
had to
many
put
people.
in 70% effort to win the dunk contest.
Yeah,
Just from this popularity, right?
he had better that he catch a 360 alley oop in the All-Star game. That was better than most of the dunks that we saw.
Yeah.
My other thing is for the people who were in it. Okay, I know you were camping during it, but for one of them, Jalen Green got an NFT that was on a golden cell phone, put it around his neck. I guess he realized he didn't practice, and so he realized he couldn't dunk in it. So then he took it off his neck, put it on Isaiah Thomas's neck, who was a judge, did his dunk, and then went and got the NFT again and put it around his neck. Just like, I don't even remember what the
What
dunk
does that
was.
even mean?
Yeah, I was like, what is the point of you doing this? Like, I think everybody was just confused by it. But regardless, for the people who are in it, whoever it is, I think the priority, at least I hear like Kenny and Shaq and the inside the NBA guys talking about this, of we need to see something we've never seen before. Forget that. We've seen pretty much anything anybody can do that's worth a good dunk. So why don't you just do something really good that you can make?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to see you miss it 15 times and then switch your dunk to something that's like average. I don't know. I just make your dunks. Practice. It seems like nobody cares to practice for the dunk contest.
Yeah, which means there's not enough money involved. If there's more money involved or incentives, it'd be a different story probably as well. Yeah. I agree with what you're saying too, though, is that, man, people going between their legs or behind their back is like a dime a dozen now, right? You can, I mean, every teenage kid in high school on your basketball team have got a guy that can East Bay. And so it's like, it's not special anymore. And so there's got to be a new, man, I don't know. I bet, I wonder if you get the competitive like juice going, it would make it better. Like throw in a Jordan Kilganian or these dudes that are
professional
inventing,
dunkers.
Yeah. And see if an NBA guy can beat that, or if he can beat an NBA and make them raise their game. Like that would be, maybe that's an idea.
I don't think there's any way that anybody in the NBA can beat one of those professional dunkers. Those guys are insane.
It's nuts.
I would like to see it, but
they have the athletic
practice.
ability to do it. But yeah,
right.
But that's all they do.
Yeah. Yeah. Other question along the same lines. Give me your ideas to fix the Olympics.
I mean, you're asking the not sports guy all these sports questions. At least current not sports guy.
Okay, yeah. So that's why I want you to know, because I haven't watched any Winter Olympics, and I'm assuming you haven't either.
Not once.
So what would make you watch the Winter Olympics?
Well, I also didn't watch any of the regular Olympics, and so it goes back to the things that we've talked about so much. What bothers me about sports generally right now is that it's just inconsistent and it feels hypocritical, and it's just not fun. I don't think it's fun. I don't think all the stuff that you get to watch a football game is fun. I don't. And it's the same with the Olympics. But the bigger thing about the Olympics with me is just the hypocrisy of the China stuff. And that just is a total turnoff. And I mean, I guess I would say it's all political. Like I don't watch the Olympics because Chinese people are abusing people and killing people, and we're fine with just, oh, as long as they're paying the Olympic committee or whatever, okay, and just turning a blind eye to it. I'm not interested. That's not cool. That's not even the right way to say it. It's just it's all about money, and it's not fun. I don't think it's fun anymore. And then that's my perspective on all the sports now. It's all about whether you're a left or right. It is all politicized propaganda stuff, and I'm just not into that anymore.
Wow, that was not the answer that I thought we were going to get, but it was very.
How to fix it is, man, just make it pure. I mean, just
make it pure.
Make it pure.
Yeah, I think that's what the Olympics has been going for a long time. But I do get the politics of it all. It's weird for me, just from a sports perspective. I think forget specialization. This is going to be just a opposite answer of you. Forget specialization. Just pick the best events. I don't need to see long track speed skating. I don't want to see them go around the track 80 times. One time is fine. If you're not good at that, then you don't get to go to the Olympics. Snowboarding, all we need is half pipe. We don't need all those other games. We don't need 3 bobsleds or bobsled, skeleton, and slalom or whatever the other one is. Just one of them, preferably the head first one because it's the most dangerous. Like I think if the Olympics is just shorten it to 3 days, get everything in 3 days, I think I'd watch it. Maybe you get to take like 30 athletes and all of them have to compete in the events. You just have to pick from those. So like, oh, well, you've already played too many on this one. They each get to play 5 events or something. Oh, Shaun White, you got to do the sled. Like, I don't know. Just shorten it all. Too many events. I don't need to see downhill skiing. I don't need to see a guy cross country skiing and then shooting a bow and arrow. Oh, ladies and gents.
Boy, why are you driving? Oh, are you going to work? No, you don't. Wait a second. You quit your job.
Well,
what are you doing out? Hey, buddy.
I just went to the local.
Oh man, that's rough. You froze. You froze on us.
I think I'm back.
Yeah.
Am I back?
You're back.
Yep.
Just went to the local pub to have some brewskis with the boys before I leave. So it was all fun.
Oh, it's your job.
No business.
So you're not going to be working till 10:30 every night anymore.
That's the plan. Exactly. So
good for you.
I'm excited. I can't wait.
Dan, you might have a good answer for this. I was just saying, how do we fix the Olympics? So my idea was to kill all the sports that nobody cares about. So if you're a snowboarder and you're not good at the half pipe, sorry, you're not making the Olympics. We're only doing the half pipe. We're only doing one sledding. We're only doing one skiing, probably the one where they do the huge jump, or maybe downhill maybe. But I say get it all done within 3 days. Just rapid fire everything. What's your idea? How would you fix the Olympics?
Yeah, I think it should be and I might have a bias. Let me preface this. I watched a ton of Olympics. A ton. I watched events and then I would watch them live and then they would come back on in prime time and I would watch them again.
Oh my gosh.
So like we watched, sometimes we got so confused, we would watch, like we would get the news of, so-and-so winning. Then we would watch the replay. Then we'd watch it was a lot of Olympics. So they're just, when you stay at a children's hospital for 5-6 days, there's just not a whole lot of children's movies that you really want to watch. And if you didn't know, daytime television is not really the highest quality. So don't recommend quitting your job to watch TV. So we watched a lot of Olympics. But I think a week max needs to be where the Olympics sit. And honestly, the summer, maybe like 9 days for the Summer Olympics, 7 days for the Winter Olympics. And I think we need more danger. I think we need just a little bit more, like something could go terribly wrong. Let me also say, I don't want people to die. I do not. But
if it's entertaining,
maybe some more crashes where people are safely exit the field of play. Maybe some harrowing experiences off the side of a natural cliff face. Something that'll really get the juices flowing. Or on the other side, an elderly Olympics. Let me tell you, I have never been so juiced as when that 40-year-old snowboarder and that 36-year-old woman were snowboarding in that duo event. I don't know what it's called, but that was lit. They were so old, and like they were 76 years of age combined, and like the rest of the field was like 50. This 40-year-old had never won an Olympic medal. So yeah, that's what it is. Get ordinary people out on the Olympic playing field doing something that they recreationally do, and let's see what happens.
Interesting. I got one more thought.
Professionals.
And then you missed my opinion on it. But here's what I would say. I think the here's another frustrating thing about we or whatever, the world, America has spent, I don't know, it feels like 3 or 4 years convincing you that America sucks. We're horrible people. We're all racist. We're all horrible. We're all this and that. Then we're going to die of COVID. And then I'm supposed to go cheer for my country. Like, and I'm not a country hater. Like, I'm not saying that, but like, what motivation do you, since we all hate each other and we're all horrible and this is the worst place ever.
It starts with a C.
I mean, why would you why would you want to go watch or support that? Like, I don't, you haven't given me a lot of motivation. Like, it's been bad marketing, if nothing else, if it's just fair for the Olympics.
That's fair, but we know where your loyalties lie.
Oh, Canada, oh, home and native land.
My goodness. I don't believe you have all these sound bites. That's so sick. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
It's too much.
All right, we're going to do this the ghetto way, maybe. Is that politically incorrect?
No, it's fine.
I think that's politically
We got
correct.
some, we actually, well,
introduce this segment for us.
This is our year anniversary. It's our birthday. And so I thought it'd be cool to get some stories from some fans and like their favorite moments on the podcast or something like that so far, favorite episode. Or I would ask you that to Mason, if you had any like moments that pop out in our first year or stuff that you really loved.
Really, I can't believe that we've gone, like we said at the open, like we've done this for 52 weeks in a row. We did not backlog an episode, which is probably a problem, and we're going to have to start doing it, but it's pretty incredible that we've been on here. And for me, it's just been I think early on, maybe like the first month or 2 months, we were so obsessed with, oh, what do other people want? What do we think listeners want to hear? And I feel like the reason that you and I have probably stuck with it more so is I don't care. Like I do want to put something out that people will listen to, but like for me, this is fun. Like this is my hobby.
Yeah,
I get to
totally
jump
agree
on here and do this. I don't, like, we talk about the numbers sometimes, but it's just fun for me to get on here and do this every week. And so I guess
it turns out it's pretty selfish. It really is. Like
Yeah.
I'm in total agreement. Like I feel like I would listen to this if I was the only one listening to it. And that sounds so stupid, but it's similar to making music, where I make what beats that I would want to listen to, like, and I do this because it's something that I would want to listen to. I'm not a big podcaster. I don't listen to any other podcast besides the Still Drippin' Happy Hour. And it's weird, but it's true. It sounds, but it's very selfish. It's like, okay, what would I want to listen to?
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm trying to make it.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I listen to podcasts all the time, but I guess one of the things that motivates me and why I've done the couple solo pods is there's been a lot of podcasts. I've known a lot of people to start podcasts, and not a lot of them made it to a year. So I think that's pretty cool. I'll say
That
it. I'm
is
proud of
cool.
myself that
You
we
should
made it to a
be.
year. That
Yeah.
a lot of people start podcasts and they can't finish them or go through with them. I guess they do finish them, but they can't make it
totally
every
agree.
week. So it's pretty cool. I was talking to a guy at work, and he's had a podcast. I think he took a break like a few years, but he had started a podcast in like 2012, and he's still going. So
Dang.
I was like, man, this dude
Holy
is
crap.
dedicated. So he did tell me he took a few years off. But yeah, it was pretty cool to hear him talk. But yeah, I think the commitment to being consistent is what I'm proud of. And then unselfishly, my favorite part is the guest. Hearing other people talk about everything but sneakers. I know we joke about that
That's
a
what
lot.
I was gonna say too. My
But-
favorite moments are the ones that it feels like it's counseling or therapy or getting to know somebody deeper than, because it really is just disguise. Like this isn't really a sneaker podcast. It's a community. It's a fun. It's a connection with people.
Yeah. So we've got a few clips, as Hayes was saying before we jumped into our favorites. We've got a few clips from the Still Drippin' Army. So let's hear the first one now. Tell me if you can hear this.
Yo, what's up? Still Drippin'. It's your boy, Drippin' Bourbon. Just want to say happy anniversary. 1 year in the podcast game. Congratulations. That's really dope. I love listening to you guys week in, week out. Get some good information. Always get a good laugh. So yeah, y'all keep bringing that heat. Keep bringing in some dope guests. And I think you guys got a future in podcasting. So y'all stay humble. Peace.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was a good one.
Free shout out.
He just gave us our flowers.
Oh, that was some major flowers. We've been giving a lot of flowers lately.
Well, this next one is not so flowery. Let me pull it up.
Here we go.
I don't know if he introduces himself. So this is from brother-in-law Seth.
My favorite moment of the pod was easily to hear the members of the pod completely hate and talk bad about people that wear Jordan 1 mids, and then to see the GOAT himself, MJ, wearing a pair of mids. The whole pod took a major L that day.
So good. That was really good.
Yeah.
Shout out to Seth.
Brother-in-law Seth, keeping us humble. Yep. I forgot. He did call us out right when that happened too.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, fair. It's still, hey, they've been putting some dope colorways of Jordan 1 mids out, but my only suggestion is just make them highs because they would look better.
Yeah, that's fair.
But mids still aren't doing it for me.
I feel like we have a lot of humility on this podcast as well, where we're willing to just say, okay, I messed that one up.
Yeah.
And you're going to get a lot of that.
Dan, since you're back with us now, what's your favorite part of the pod over these past 52 episodes?
52 episodes. The 20 episodes I was on.
It's probably more than that, right? You
probably
gotta
had
be at least half.
Yeah, you had a good 15 from work, from the office.
Oh, from the horn. I mean, I think I've said this before, and I did enjoy the top 5 picks. I think that was a lot of fun, but also a lot of good guests. It was fun to just have kind of guests and talk with them, and just the camaraderie, just being able to talk with you guys pre and post show was my favorite, which I know is not helpful to the listening audience, but something I enjoyed thoroughly.
Who knows? Maybe I've heard of this site called Patreon where people can become like subscribers to where they pay for other features of podcasts. Maybe we just start recording everything and we'll post those pre and post shows. I know, but that's why they got to pay for it. You got to pay. Hayes might get fired, but you'll get the money from them paying $2 to listen.
Pre and post, but also we can maybe look into the NFT space as well.
Oh, 100%. Oh, dude, we got some good NFT sound bites.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah,
like
for sure.
This one.
Like
Low-key,
pickle my
it's a
dickle with
mammal.
my
It's
tickle.
got nipples. You can nurse it just like you can a cow.
That is a great quote. That's
What did I
definitely an
say?
NFT.
What did I say one time about the nipply leather? Is that
we
talking
could
about
have a nipply leather one for sure. You also said this, which we're gonna have to bleep out.
Even if it's a we love you all.
Oh man.
I will say I've got tons on here too, so we could go for days on our NFT game.
There have been multiple times I have thought and had, maybe it's regret that I'm feeling. Hey, here's humility. Faith is important to me, and how much bad language I choose to use on this podcast that Mason ends up having to bleep out. I do feel bad about that. Like, that's not right.
I feel like we've gotten way better.
It's hypocritish.
Yeah, hypocritish. But I do feel like we've all really gotten better. Like, we could start, and maybe this is in year 2. We could start doing some live shows. I feel like some broadcasting on YouTube, turn it into just upload that for the podcast. We'd have to button some things up because there are times that I do have to edit a little bit out.
Yeah,
like that one time that I lost all my 2 hours of work.
Oh, yeah. Hayes had some dark weeks on the podcast. I gotta say that was probably one of them.
Wow.
So that kind of took a place of our top 5 for the week.
Wow. I will say I know we have probably 3 really cool guests coming up, and so be on the lookout. Our March episode next week, we're gonna have a really dope guest. One that we've been trying to get for weeks now. I'm so excited about that one. And then there's 2 others that we bring up all the time that I'm not gonna. They're gonna be on here probably I would hope in March, maybe April, something like that. And then I got several others hanging out there that I'd like to have on. And hey, if y'all have any plugs for people that you think would be dope on here, I mean, have us sneakerheads, people in music, people that are just cool, people that we should talk to. Hook us up.
Yeah, 100%. I think season 2, as we start dreaming about what season 2 is going to be like, I think getting into every 3rd episode have a guest, or every 2nd, something like that. I think that would provide
at
value.
least once a month.
Yeah. Yes.
And we may rethink seasons as well. Maybe a season isn't a year. Maybe seasons look more like 8 to 10 episodes. So you never know.
Never know. All right. Well, yep. If you guys, any listeners, know how to turn something into an NFT, hit us up. But for me, that's all we've got. Thanks for tuning in to the Still Drippin Happy Hour. Remember to subscribe and rate 5 stars. Dan, how do they beat the algorithm for us?
See your grandmother, your grandfather, they all have access to email addresses. So sign them up for Apple Podcasts, for Google, for Spotify, for Google Chrome Play, for Patreon. and then unsubscribe, then resubscribe, then unsubscribe, and then resubscribe. Then get us to the top of the charts.
Yep. Download all of our episodes,
Yep.
then delete them all, then download them again,
and then download them.
Yep.
Hey, and give us it can even be a bad review. Just get it 5 stars. All
right. Reviews and 5 stars.
That's it.
Yeah. Easy.
All right. Thanks for listening. Now we're gonna go around the horn here. Dan, you'll go first. Give the listeners what you've learned over the past 52 episodes, or 26, if that's what you're thinking.
If you're gonna do something halfway, might as well do it all the way.
That's good advice. Weird. Oh, I don't know how to follow that up. I guess I'll go in a whole different direction.
Another one.
Go for it.
And then you can think about yours a little longer. If you feel like you're kind of like straddling the fence line between a decision, you've already made your decision. Just go ahead and make it. Don't just keep on straddling it and get racked in the gonads day after day. Just make the decision. You know what's right.
In college, a friend of mine and I, shout out to Corey. I know he doesn't listen to this, but we would always say when we were studying, I think it's a J.J. Watt quote. Not a huge fan of J.J. Watt, but he said, success isn't owned, it's leased, and rent is due every day. So I feel like we've been on the grind recently. If you follow us on Instagram, you've seen that we've been putting in that work on Instagram.
Oh yeah. Click warriors.
Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers.
That's right.
Hayes, what have you learned over the past 52 episodes?
Perseverance. Number 1, perseverance. Even when you don't have a great quote idea for something, you should just still take the action, and it'll turn out all right. Okay. 3rd is that you're not alone in life, and that the evil one wants you to think that you got to do all of life by yourself, and your pride is going to make you feel that way, and it's really just because you're less of a threat when you're by yourself. And so have good people around you supporting you. And then I would say that Jesus is the Son of God, and he wants to have a relationship with you and me.
Amen.
You want to give us a retro outro?
Me?
Something from the archives? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Yeah. Let that breathe a second. There is greatness flowing through the veins of the Still Driven podcast. All you must do is pull my shirt up and suckle on the teats of greatness. Get that milk thrown through your DNA, and it's going to be all good. Boom, ba-dink, bom, bom, ba-dink, dink, bom, dink, bom, ba-bom, dink, dink, suckle on the teats, suckle on the teat, suckle on the teat of greatness.
Oh, thank you for listening to the past year of episodes. I don't know why you do. You could be anywhere in the world.
You're here with us. We appreciate that. Follow the card one.
Cookies on the bottom shelf. We'll see you next week.
That was a good outro.
That was a good outro.
Did not do it right.